The study of poetry, the touchstone method. Arnold's theory that in order to judge a poet's work properly, a critic should compare it to passages taken from works of great masters of poetry, and that these passages should be applied as touchstones to other poetry. Even a single line or selected quotation will serve the purpose. On Chaucer, Arnold says that the excellence of Chaucer's poetry is due to his sheer poetic talent. Arnold praises Chaucer's excellent style and manner, but says that Chaucer cannot be called a classic since, unlike Homer, Virgil, and Shakespeare, his poetry does not have the high poetic seriousness which Aristotle regards as a mark of its superiority over the other arts. On the age of Dryden and Pope. The age of Dryden is regarded as superior to that of the others for sweetness of poetry. Arnold asks whether Dryden and Pope, poets of great merit, are truly the poetical classics of the 18th century. He says Dryden's postscript to the readers in his translation of the Aeneid reveals the fact that in prose writing he is even better than Milton and Chapman. Arnold says that Pope and Dryden are not poetic classics but the prose classics of the 18th century. As for poetry, he considers Gray to be the only classic of the 18th century. Gray constantly studied and enjoyed Greek poetry and thus inherited their poetic point of view and their application of poetry to life. But he is the scantiest, frailest classic since his output was small. On Burns. Like Chaucer, Burns lacks high poetic seriousness, though his poems have poetic truth in diction and movement. Also, like Chaucer, Burns possesses largeness, freedom, and spontaneity. But instead of Chaucer's fluidity, we find in Burns a springing, bounding energy. Sometimes Burns' poetic genius is unmatched by anyone. He is even better than Goethe at some times, and he is unrivaled by anyone except Shakespeare. On Shakespeare. Praising Shakespeare, Arnold says in England there needs a miracle of genius like Shakespeare's to produce a balance of mind. Matthew Arnold saw poetry as a supremely illuminating, animating, and fortifying aid in the difficult endeavor to become or remain fully human. So, here we end our class on the study of poetry by Matthew Arnold. Next, we move on to some questions. Okay. So, first question: who said poetry is a criticism of life under curtains? Arnold. In which text does Arnold say that poetry is superior to history, the study of poetry? Who said that the greatness of Wordsworth as a poet lies in his shorter pieces? Matthew Arnold. Arnold's high concept of poetry results from his moral bias. An important aspect of Arnold's classicism was his concept of grand style. Who called Shelley a beautiful and ineffectual angel beating in the void his luminous wings in vain? Arnold. who called a poet and philosopher wrecked in the mist of opium? Arnold. So, in the next class, we will deal with another topic from the section Literary Criticism. Now, we are moving on to Module 7 Basic Grammar Voice. So, we were discussing on the rules dealing with the active voice and passive voice. So, here I am presenting a rule box. Go through the box and familiarize with the rules related with each and every tenses. We can pause the video and go through it. Another rule regarding with the voice is that when the doer is not important or unknown, passive voice is preferable. In such cases, the agent or the doer can be omitted. For example, my book has been stolen. The passive voice will be somebody has stolen my book. Next rule. Some verbs may have a direct object and an indirect object in the active voice. So when we change it into the passive voice, either object may become the subject while the other is retained as the object. Normally, the indirect object is turned into the subject in the passive voice. For example, he gave me a pen. I was given a pen by him. A pen was given to me by him. Go through the rules and examples. It is very important for your competitive examinations. So, here we are winding up the chapter of voice, and in the next class, we will start with a new topic regarding the basic grammar also. So, thank you all.